Well, I want to look even further at 2028 at the presidential election. Then, back in August, California Governor Gavin Newsom was the front runner for the Democrats. And really, since the summer, Vice President J.D. Vance has been far and away in the lead for the GOP side. Head to head, what does that race look like now?
And that race looks pretty similar to what it did in August. So Newsom right now with 45%, Vance with 46%, effectively a tie here with 10% undecided. Again, we do see independents are breaking for the Democrat, Newsom here, only by about 5 points, though. So there are certainly votes on the table there. We are obviously, we've got a lot of time ahead of us here. Anything could change, but right now it's a very competitive race. We look at the favorabilities and we see that Vance is overall much more favored than Newsom, 43% favorable versus 44% unfavorable. You look at Newsom and it's 34% favorable, 45% unfavorable. Again, I think all of these numbers could change within the next 2 to 3 years. We'll have to see what happens. But right now, if it were these two candidates, then we'd have a very competitive race on our hands.
And I have to ask you at the end here to read the tea leaves for us. When you're looking at these numbers for 2026 and 2028, what do they indicate to you? Does it matter more about the person at the top of the ticket or the person who's running? Or do you think it's really going to come down to issues?
I think the person will matter a lot, frankly. We've seen that in the past several presidential elections, certainly, that personality matters a lot. But also messaging. We see that the economy is such a top issue for folks. There's obviously some disconnects between policy and how people feel. And I think that the candidates are going to have to speak to that, but you're going to have a messenger who's credible and who can resonate with folks in the way that some of these past candidates have, frankly, in the way that Donald Trump has with a lot of folks around the country. And we just have not seen that from many other candidates. So I think, we look at Gavin Newsom. He is definitely trying to do that. He's getting more into this social media dynamic and putting himself out there. I think other Democrats are going to be doing the same thing. And I think it's smart for them too. I think that they do need to find a way to connect with voters, find a way to become relatable, because, again, we just don't see those numbers translating to Democratic votes on the ballot thus far.